Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another speed build. So today I am building here in the world of Evergreen Harbor down in this more industrial neighborhood. I'm not exactly sure the name of each of the neighborhoods in this world yet, but either way, it's here on the lot where there was a like a container home originally. I bulldozed it and I wanted to build my own container home. This lot is pretty big though, at least for the idea I had for a container home. So as you can see, I am going through the live edit objects, picking out things just to kind of fill in half of the space and make it blend into the world a little bit more. So I put some of these debug containers, this round concrete pipe, I guess, is that what it is? I put that over here, and then also this water tower and just some trash and a pallet and some boxes. I also go through and find some plants and stuff, trying to match it to the world to make it just, yeah, blend in and look a little bit more natural. And then here in just a moment, I do build the container house, and I really like it. I had a lot of fun. I've been trying to build a container home pretty much since I got my hands on this pack, and I've had the worst luck. I've basically scrapped, I don't know, like 5 or 6 builds or something, just because I have not really liked the way they're looking for different reasons. It's not really like the same reason. I don't really know why I don't like them at this point, but yeah, I wasn't liking them. But finally I built something that I'm really happy with, so I'm definitely happy to finally have a container home, because it's definitely fitting for this pack, because we got some new paneling that looks like that metal container siding, and so that's really cool. So I definitely wanted to use that, and yeah, I don't know, I just really enjoyed this build. So here you can see I'm finally starting to work on the house. It is first oriented this direction, and then I move it because it was just looking a little bit odd to me, and so I'm happy that I moved it because I think it just makes a little bit more sense with the layout of the lot. It's not really that big of a deal, and it's not like a huge change, but yeah, just move it there quickly, and I think it looks really nice. And then there's this overhanging container on the top where I have like a carport, so I put a truck underneath. From the debug menu, it's not a functional truck, of course, because we still don't have cars in the game. I know that's like a huge topic that everybody talks about and everybody really wants cars, but for me, I'm really happy that at least we just have the objects to place them for decoration. That makes me happy. I don't really care sometimes if things are functional or not. I just want to be able to place them and pretend that they work. I don't know, are you guys the same way, or do you prefer things to be functional? I mean, of course there's certain things I want to be functional, but I guess it all depends. But either way, the shape came together really quickly. I was, of course, looking on Pinterest for ideas. I found some really cool container homes, and I found this one in particular that I really liked that inspired this one. It looks pretty similar, so if I remember to, I will definitely try to. I will put an image up here on screen so you guys can see what I was looking at. But the build ends up having 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, so I imagined it was for a single sim. You could easily have a couple in here. If you really wanted to squeeze it, maybe you could have 2 bedrooms. It would be a tight squeeze, but I think you can make it work. But I was definitely thinking that a single sim lived here, and I was thinking that it could be a male sim. It doesn't really matter. You could, of course, have any sim that you like, but that's what I was picturing in my head. And I was thinking that they're quite eccentric, because I feel like a person or a sim that would live in a container home here, like on this industrial like platform by the docks, and there's like these cranes, and it's probably so noisy, and I just imagine it would take a certain type of character to want to live here, and so I imagine them to be a bit different and just a bit eccentric, I think is the best way to describe them. At least that's what I was envisioning. I'm not sure what they do for work or anything. I didn't really put anything specific in the build that was geared towards like a specific career or something, so let me know if you guys have any ideas. But I really love the interior. I love the color scheme of this build. It has lots of blacks and browns. It's very neutral, I guess, but kind of rich at the same time. Not sure if you guys will agree, but yeah, I really enjoyed the interior on this build. I think it came together really nicely. And here on the front deck, I do put a lounge chair with a side table and like a plant or 2. I think I just placed those plants right there, which is a new object that came with the Eco Lifestyle pack. It's really pretty, and I haven't used it too much, so I thought it worked nicely here. And then I also used the new bicycle that came with the pack too, that has like the exterior frame on it. Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting, but at first when I saw them in the trailer, I thought they were like little motorbikes, and I was really excited about that. So I was kind of disappointed when I realized that they were just a different version of a bicycle. I mean, it's cool to have bikes in another pack rather than them just be limited to Discover University, but I was hoping they were like little motorcycles or something. But here you can see I'm working on the interior. Over here is going to be the kitchen space. It's very small, but it definitely functions. I definitely made sure to leave one counter space empty so your Sims can, you know, use the mixing bowl and the chopping block and everything that they need to make their meals. I really wanted to hang that that shelving structure that we got with this pack over the window, but it took up too much space, but I thought that would look really cool, so maybe I'll have to do that in a different build. And I also decided to tile all the floor. I used this flooring that came with Get Famous, and I thought it just worked really nicely. When I first went to go place it, I didn't think I was going to keep it. I thought I would change it to like a concrete or like a wood flooring like I always use or something, but once I placed it, I thought it actually looked really nice in here, so yeah, was definitely happy about that. And then I do end up using this couch, which is a craftable couch, and so it's a debug item in case you're like not recognizing it, you're not seeing it in your catalog. If you turn on show hidden objects, you will see it, or you can use like the crafting machine, the crafting skill in game, and craft it yourself. You'll have to have the specific die to make the black couch, but of course if you download this build, it'll already be there. You don't have to do any of that work, but just thought I would explain it in case you guys aren't aware where it came from. And another thing that I'm using in this build is a ladder, which I haven't really got too much of an opportunity to use the ladders yet. I used it in my renovation of a home in this world in a different neighborhood, and so I was really happy to use it there because I did like an attic space and I thought that looked so cool. But in here it just goes up to the second floor. Of course, there's a regular staircase on the exterior, so if you happen to have a toddler or something, or like a cat or a dog, and they need to get upstairs, then they can go outside and walk up the stairs that way. But from the interior, I used the ladder basically because it didn't take up any space and this build was so small, so it worked perfect for my particular case. But anyways, here I'm just cluttering up this counter by the coffee pot. I really wanted to add some clutter because this kitchen was so small, I really didn't have many options to do too many decorations, so I definitely just wanted to make sure that that space was cluttered up just to make it feel lived in and decorated, and I don't know, the clutter makes me happy, so I have to include it. But anyways, here I'm just picking out a rug to put underneath the dining table. I thought that dining table from Dine Out in combination with the chairs from City Living, yes, I think so. I thought those worked really well together and they matched the style perfectly. And then over here is the bathroom. Again, I'm using the shower from Seasons. I can't help myself. I think it just goes so nicely with like every build I do using the items from this pack. So sorry if it's repetitive and sorry if you want me to use a different shower for whatever reason, but it just looks good. And if you don't have Seasons, I definitely recommend that you get that pack because it affects the whole game. There's Seasons, there's really cool interactions, it's really adorable, and I think it's a really good pack, and it comes with nice objects too. But here you can see I'm moving on to the second floor. I really wanted to delete the space on this opposite side of the hole created by the ladder, if that makes any sense. But there's like this frame around the hole that it makes, so it didn't quite look right. So I just used one of the glass floors that we got from Island Living just to make it look a little bit more natural, I guess. I'm not sure if it does, but I think it was like, at least for me, it was the best alternative. So I think it actually looks pretty good. But here you can see I'm decorating by the bed. I ended up using these side tables, which I've used quite a bit building with this pack, because even though I like the side tables that came in this pack, they're so big. They're way too bulky. I feel like we need to cut our side tables in half. Like they make them way too big, and I don't know. I'm just having a hard time using them is basically my point. But over here I have a side table with a radio. I've been using this radio a lot recently. It came with Spa Day, but I feel like it just looks nice, so I've been using it quite a bit. And I also use this really cool industrial lamp above this dresser that came with City Living, I think. Yeah, I think that's the pack it came with. But yeah, I thought that looked really nice there. And then out here on this patio, I have an outdoor dining table, a barbecue, some plants, and that's pretty much it. I don't think I have any planting pots, but I do have some behind the house, so you can do some gardening if you would like to. And yeah, other than that, I'm just finishing up the last few details. So we are going to be going on to the screenshots. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this build. And yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshots. So thanks so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!
A lot has changed since we last spoke. Life's been good to you, and I see that you're with someone new. Maybe you are better off now that you're with him. But But when I see your face, I can't stop myself from spiraling. Now I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling down. 'Cause I can focus when you are around. But I will try my best to carry on without you like you've done. Though I'm lost and out of breath, I will carry on without you like you've done. But I'm not over you. I'm not over you. I'm not over you. Yeah, my heart belongs to you. I'm not over you. Trying to see it your way, to figure out why you left. I know that I have done some things I do regret, and I don't blame you for leaving. I might have done the same, but it doesn't make it easier anyway. Now I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling down. 'Cause I can get myself to focus when you are around. But I will